Welcome to the Victorian Tiny House Tour Haunted Edition. Victorians had a much different relationship with death than what we do. It was mainly in part due to urban cities, lack of health care, unless you think cocaine would solve the ghosts in your blood, poor living conditions, lack of safety standards. It really was not uncommon for everyone to have a very tragic death or two in the family. There were also very strict rules on dealing with the death of a loved one, including donning a new wardrobe of complete black and withdrawing from social activities, sometimes for years. So, with death being such a large part of life in this time, there were a lot of interesting ways people coped. The rise of spiritualism and communicating with these dead loved ones really came into fashion. Children even had funeral play sets, including tiny mini coffins, which makes sense why Victorians loved Halloween. But it wasn't as spooky and scary as we make it out today. It was really more of a time of celebration. Besides death, marriage was another strong focus of the era. So it's not surprising that a lot of these parlor party games centered around Halloween also gave the opportunity to find a suitor. There was one popular game where a woman would go into a dark room and stare into a mirror while peeling an apple, of course. If she were lucky, she would see her future groom's reflection in the mirror. If she was very unlucky, she would see a skeleton, and that would mean she would be doomed to be an old maid. Another game, in a similar vein, was a prediction game. You would bake various little tokens into a cake and serve them, and depending on what little token was in your piece, would predict your future for the upcoming year. A ring meant marriage, a penny meant wealth, and a thimble, of course, doomed to be an old maid. And all this spookiness is not just reserved for Halloween. Victorians also had a very morbid interest in Egypt. A really good way to settle your friend's Egyptomania was to hold a mummy unwrapping party. And yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. You would desecrate a body on a table in your living room or parlor and unwrap it. Yeah, so Victorians were weird. Death being such a part of life that having a dead stranger's mummy in your parlor made you cool. They were also really into taxidermy, like taking small mammals and dressing them up in little tea parties. And let's not forget that even their arsenic-dyed dresses and wallpaper could kill you.